All right, this is a phone case, and this is the very first layer. Okay, this is layer number one. It's like the base layer that everything else is based on. Okay, so that's why they call it the first layer. All right, so you can see here it's very, I guess, smooth, like paper. It has no lines. Okay, let's look at it again. It has no lines and is as smooth as a piece of paper. So this is what you'd have to strive for. This is what the first layer should look like. And as you can see also, there's no brim, no raft, no messy ass glue stick or anything like that. No warping, no curling. Perfect. Okay, this is a perfect print. It's starting out great. So the first layer has to start out this way because you want every layer afterwards to build on that. Okay, if the first layer has issues, you'll have issues the entire time throughout the print. So this is black PLA, even though I probably should be doing it in TPU, but black PLA is all I had. So anyway, you can see for yourself, it's perfect. There's nothing about it that's wrong. The first layer is how it should look. All right, and the second layer is going to build on the first layer. It's going to adhere to the first layer. Okay, because that's how 3D printing works. Each layer adheres to the layer below it. All right. So this is the print head that's doing it. Nothing fancy, nothing crazy, just basic. You got your Bowden tube, hot end, nozzle, bed. You got only like 3 things that you need to check, that you need to troubleshoot if anything goes wrong. This is too simple. This is simple. It's all that's required because the filament is over here. All right, this is the plastic extruder. It came with the printer 5.5 years, maybe 6 years ago. So it's the original extruder. It doesn't need anything fancy or anything, outside of that, because you have problems with extruders that are secondhand. All right. This is the plastic extruder original to this printer 6 years ago, and it's still working. Isn't that amazing? Okay, Bowden tube, it's white, not blue. White Bowden tube is here for a reason. The blue Bowden tube has a smaller inside diameter and creates issues that you have to deal with. All right, so now this outer ring here, this outer line, square here, is the, let's look at this. Yeah, it's the skirt. So this is considered the skirt. This middle square, this inner square, I added because I wanted to increase the odds of seeing a well-printed area all the way around. Then the main print. So you don't have any, again, no brim, no raft. It's just not required because there's so much surface area here that a brim is not required. It simply has to be removed later anyway. All right, so now we're starting on the second layer, which is adhering to the first. That's how this works. It's fusion. FDM printing is fusion technology. Filament deposition modeling. And this is a non-heated bed. Let's just show that real quick here. Okay, and I got the nozzle at 205. It's a non-heated bed. You can see that for yourself. I don't need to heat it. I've never needed to heat the bed because I do it. I print in this fashion. I don't need a heated bed to enforce adhesion. It's being done already by itself. It's kind of being forced to adhere. There's no heat involved as far as heating the bed at all. Okay, it relies mostly on the heat that's created by the nozzle. Okay, the heat that the filament is as it prints is what you need. It's the only thing that's creating adhesion. You don't need a heated bed to do that. All right. So now we're going to get started on the second layer, and it's going to do diagonally in the opposite direction all the way across. So the springs are stock. They came with the printer. You don't need anything like yellow springs or rubber springs, rubber cubes, chunks of rubber. You just don't need that. The original springs that came with the printer work. So if you assemble the printer as it was intended by the factory, it will print. It has to. It has to print. All right? Physically, it has to. So assembling it as was expected from the factory, it's going to print. It always has. Out of all the printers that I've assembled it according to factory specs, and it's always printed. All right? No issues. So if you want no issue printing, build and assemble the printer to factory specs, and you'll have no problems. And I know that from 6 years of printing every day. All right, so that's it. So we're going to go ahead and let this go. And again, you can see how smooth that is. There's no lines, no thing, and the edge of this is smooth like it's supposed to be. All right, happy printing.